Okay, we're getting ready for race number 114, Women's Masters E Grand Final. Lane 1, Martha's Mom's Rowing Club, Seattle, Washington. Lane 2, Masters Coaching from Brewster's, Massachusetts. 3, Los Gatos Rowing Club. Lane 4, ZLAC Rowing Club. Lane 5, Northbay Rowing Club. Lane 6, Lake Union Crew. Coxswains are pointing their bows up the wind, having their 2 oarsperson scull with the bows oar. A little bit of quartering tailwind off the port side. Still lining boats.
Martha's Mom's Rowing Club.
We're aligned and they're pulling.
Masters Coaching. Los Gatos Rowing Club. ZLAC Rowing Club. Northbay Rowing Club. Lake Union Crew. Attention. Go!
Here we go. Start to race number 114, the Women's Masters E Grand Final. Our 6-boat field is out cleanly. And the early leader is Lane 2, Masters Coaching, followed by Lane 5, Northbay Rowing Club. Then in Lane 1, Martha's Mom's Rowing Club. Then in Lane 6, Lake Union Crew. Then Lane 4, ZLAC Rowing Club. And Lane 3, Los Gatos Rowing Club. Conditions are really nice right now. The crews are out comfortably, passing that 250-meter mark, establishing their race strategy and their race cadence. And our leader right now, Lane 2, Masters Coaching. Then it looks like outside in Lane 6, Lake Union, and it's challenging them for that second position. Then it's Lane 1, Martha's Mom's Rowing Club. And then ZLAC Rowing Club in Lane 4, followed by Northbay Rowing Club in Lane 5, and Los Gatos in Lane 3. And as we go across 500 meters, 1/4 down, still it's Masters Coaching in that first position. Then it's Lane 1, Martha's Mom's Rowing Club. Lane 6, Lake Union. Then it's Lane 5, Northbay Rowing Club. ZLAC in Lane 4. And then Los Gatos Rowing Club. And that's our field for event number 114, Women's Masters E Grand Final.
Going to check the lane assignments once again. Martha's Mom's is in lane number 1. Our current leader is Masters Coaching out of Brewster, Massachusetts in lane number 2. In lane number 3, it's Los Gatos, followed by lane number 4 is ZLAC Rowing. North Bay Rowing Club is in lane number 5. They're out of Petaluma. And the Lake Union Rowing Club down here from Seattle, Washington is out in lane number 6.
This is the Women's Masters E Grand Final. The E category is for boats who with an average age between 55 and 59, for men and for women. We have some interesting cruise racing in this race. Paddy, tell us a little bit how Masters Coaching came by their name.
Well, there's a couple of things going on here. The Masters Coaching is actually a listserv coaching rowing program. These women they're going to camps run by a coach to get better and formed a relationship. And so these are all women who go to summer camps or winter camps with each other and get together periodically throughout the year and then race at major regattas like this, the Head of the Charles and the Masters. And Martha's Mom was one of the first rowing programs to actually jump on the Masters women's bandwagon. Again, this was just as Title IX was breaking through. Martha was a junior coach up in the Seattle area, and she felt that, the mothers would be driving their daughters and sons down, and so Martha taught these women how to row and started them competing, and they loved it and just literally rowed away with it.
Excellent. And out in Lane 5, we also have another relatively recent club, the Northbay Rowing Club from Petaluma, on the Petaluma River in Northern California.
Yes, they have a terrific race in the fall, the Wine Country Tour. It's a rowing race. And yeah.
So, enough of that. As we come down past the 1,000 metre mark, we appear to have a duel going on in lanes 1 and 2 between Masters Coaching and Martha's Mums, two of the crews that Paddy was referring to. Then it looks like it's a little ways back to, on the far outside, Lake Union, with on the inside in lane 4, ZLAC Rowing Club, but there's really not a lot between Los Gatos in 3, ZLAC in 4, Northbay in 5, and Lake Union in 6. If anyone's broken away from that group at all, I think it's ZLAC, but they're not really laying down a challenge to the crews in lanes 1 and 2, Martha's Mums and Masters Coaching.
On the shoreline, it's Martha's Moms, and it looks like they may have kicked it up a little bit and caught the Masters Coaching just this side of the 750 meters to go in this race. And then looking to the outside in lane number 4, that looks like ZLAC has begun to pull up and challenge all the way on the outside as Lake Union, North Bay rather, has dropped back, and the only other crew that has lagging just a little bit is Los Gatos. So just as we got through the Ingram Street wind tunnel there, it looked like that was the signal for Martha's Moms to jump on it, and they edged into the lead over Masters Coaching, the crew that had led throughout.
Yes, Alan, it's interesting that this is the only Masters category where we have a grand final, because this was the only Masters event that had so many entries that they actually had to run heats yesterday. So that tells you something about the popularity of Masters women's rowing in the current age.
That certainly is encouraging, and actually fantastic that the San Diego Crew Classic runs the entire gamut of rowing, because many of the regattas out there just stick with the big ones, and that is the end of that. Martha's Moms continues to be on the lead here, and they've actually opened up some open water to Masters Coaching. On the outside, that is ZLAC, and then on the far outside, it's Lake Union. North Bay and Los Gatos are in a bit of an argument here. Even though they are at the back of the pack, Los Gatos appears to have gotten up and gotten by North Bay. It's Martha's Moms in the lead, and they now have lengthened out to almost a boat length of open water. Masters Coaching has about the same length lead over now ZLAC, with Lake Union beginning to fall back a little bit, and now Los Gatos has moved ahead of North Bay, and they have taken over that 5th position, and they're beginning to challenge Lake Union. But at the beginning of the pack, it is Martha's Moms with a comfortable lead over Masters Rowing, Masters Coaching that is, and then ZLAC. And then on the outside, it is Lake Union, but Los Gatos is coming on hard against them. Los Gatos on the shoreline on the outside, that is Lake Union. As we look at the finish line, it is Martha's Moms, followed by Masters Coaching, and it apparently will be ZLAC, but let's take just out of a matter of interest to see whether Lake Union and Los Gatos can hang in there. Lake Union will be the closest one to your screen, and then Los Gatos will be in the background. This is Lake Union, and it looks like they held off the late challenge by Los Gatos and got in there ahead of them, and then that would be Northbay as a trailer. So once again, the winner of the Women's Master E Grand Final, yet unofficial, appears to be Martha's Moms, followed by Masters Coaching and ZLAC.
Well, we'll wait for a red flag on that because Los Gatos finished in lane 2 and were pushed over there by ZLAC, who moved over into lane 3. So we'll have to see whether or not there's any red flags on that. There was definitely some